Okay, so my last video was my first actual vlog, and I'm going to try to do kind of like a, it's not a podcast thing, but kind of like a voiceover and share my screen at the same time. Just because I don't want to not stay consistent with doing my videos, and I really want to keep learning. So I'm just having to do a different kind of video this second time, because I have a sty in my eye and I really don't want to record my face. Um, so I actually was recovering from a sty in my last video too, and I have another one. So that's been just fantastic. Anyways, so I'm going to show something I thought would be maybe kind of cool is going over my inspirations for the week. I I write down all of my inspirations in this page that I have on my Notion. It's one of my main pages in Notion. I absolutely love, love, love Notion. I use it every single day. And yeah, if there's any kind of new idea or obviously inspiration or a to-do thing or just anything, this is kind of like my catch-all page where I just put everything. So I put a lot of tips in here for like just making my day-to-day a little easier. I I realized that something that I obsess over kind of, and I'm not sure if it's a really good thing or a bad thing, but I obsess over trying to make systems in my routines and with my habits. So I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I do it a lot. I do it every single day. So I put a lot of those notes in here. So I thought that some of them might be helpful for other people. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. This, my first inspiration, so my most recent one, I was looking at my weekly reflection stuff, and I was looking at some things that could help with my kitchen and meal planning stuff. So a note that I have is cook extra of something every other day to have on the consecutive day. So um, for example, like just because I don't want to I don't always feel like I'm in the mood to cook. Um, like I might be in the mood one day, but I won't be in the mood the next day because I kind of like sucked it all out of me on on the first day. You know what I mean? So something that I thought I might do is like if I make Monday my cooking day, I might make a lot of or like some extra of like quinoa or rice or orzo or whatever we're having. Um, and then have extra for that following day for Tuesday. So something like that. And then like if Wednesday, I usually try to do like a soup or something. So maybe make a lot of soup that we can also have on Thursday as like a side. Little things like that. So that's something that I have. And then I've been, I don't want to go too far here. Let me see if I can. Okay, mommy help. So I wrote on one of my notepads like what can help me as a mom of two now that I have a second child. My daughter is 6 weeks, and yeah, it's been a little bit crazy though. Maybe it's been stressful to the point where I've been getting styes in my eye, literally since my birthday, July 23rd. I have gotten three styes to this day. So anyway, so something that I wrote down was even less toys, like 1 out of 4 balls. So I have been listening to another YouTuber. I don't remember her name, but I will shout her out later because I'm going to be listening to her. Or actually, I'll put her channel in the description, but she was talking about doing less toys and doing a toy rotation, which I already do. I do a toy rotation. I try to do it every week. So I have 4 boxes in this like IKEA thing, and I just like take a box down I switch out the boxes each week. And something that I've realized though is like we still have a lot of toys all over the floor, and my son likes to like put them all on the table and then literally just like shove them all off and literally throw them in all different directions. And that's overwhelming to me because then there's toys everywhere and you can slip and fall on them. He slipped and fell like on some of those magnet tiles that he just like yeah, like throws on the floor. So anyway, just less toys. I'm starting to like he has sets of like 4 balls for like his little basketball thing and his little baseball thing that we have in the living room. So I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, but there's always balls laying all over the floor. So instead of having all 4 balls out, just have like one and make him take care of that one ball. And then I just picked up like tons of cars and pieces to this other little toy thing yesterday, and I'm just going to reduce the pieces. Even the magnet tiles, instead of getting all of the magnet tiles out, I just got out like the big squares. You probably know what I'm talking about. So that kind of thing. So yeah, even less toys. That's already been helpful. And something else that I've noticed with that is like he actually picked up one of the toys that he doesn't usually pick up on his own and started playing with it. Like it made that toy more special. This is from a Bluey episode. This is so funny. But they had an episode talking about like if you have so many toys, like not then no toys are special. Is kind of the gist basically. But yeah, anyway, he picked up a toy that he wouldn't otherwise have picked up and played with it on his own because I think it made it seem more special to see that toy and realize that there were less other things to play with. So that was kind of cool. And then another point I had under this was starting a load of laundry first thing in the morning, maybe even having it ready at night. But what I've been noticing is that because I'm not waking up as early in the morning as I used to, I used to wake up before my son and my husband and have my me time in the morning. Oh my God, it is so precious, and I need that. I love that so much. And I'm noticing that, I mean, I can do that. I can start doing that. I just have to start waking up early. But right now I'm finding that I am needing my sleep. So I'm going to be working on that. I am working on that. But right now I am also like just relishing in the sleep. But anyway, um, because I'm not waking up super early and I'm feeling a little bit more rushed in the morning, a little bit more reactive, um, I I have like 3 things that I do in the morning to clean. My main 3 things are dishes, laundry, and fix the bed. So if I can start a load of laundry like just by turning it on, if I have my daughter in my hand, like if she's woken up, if I have her in my arms, I can literally just close the lid and press start because I don't want wet clothes staying overnight. I might smell like mildewy and stuff. I don't really like that. So if I can just like push the button and start it, that would get me started on one out of those 3 things immediately. Um, Okay, and then the next thing was take my bath first after evening clean. In my evening routine, I had noticed that I would get the kids ready for bed. I would try my best to clean the kitchen, or just be too tired for anything and end up like watching TV and getting into bed late and not having the energy or the time to take my shower and really do my beauty stuff. So what I'm going to be doing, and I hate it, like I hate when I dislike when my husband and my son are like in bed, they're laying down all covered up and comfy and cozy, and then I'm like just starting my night routine, you know? So what I've decided I'm going to try to do, what I would like to do is after our evening clean, after dinner, I want to take my bath first and then start taking care of the kids' baths because I want to be ready. I want to feel like I'm ready. I can just like crawl into the covers and after doing all of the things and feel, like I can just pass out if I want to. I just want to be ready to pass out and feel all taken care of of myself. And also that made me think of, like, I don't know who said this or where I've heard this, but they talk about like the momentum. Like when you stop your momentum, it's good to take breaks. Of course, there's breaks are needed when you're like doing a whole lot of things and you're like tired, you don't want to get burnt out. But when I'm like after dinner, I want to, chill a little bit. Like we like to sit and talk a little bit. But I want to clean up and then take my bath. And then if I stopped and like after cleanup and just watch TV, I'm gonna feel like, oh, I don't want to get up and take baths. I don't want to do anything. So I need to change that a little bit and try to just like keep my momentum and then let myself really rest when it is time to rest. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's go down to the next one. Taking moments to, no, maybe I won't. Okay, taking moments to hold heart and womb, close your eyes and breathe. So I realized when I was writing out in my daily dash, I was doing my journaling, which I have several prompt things to journal with. And I got to the end part of my prompt, which is just to flow, which is just like stream of consciousness, get things out that are on your mind, just like flow. Um, and I was typing a little bit and then I just realized like I don't even have anything to flow about because I'm constantly talking to myself in my head. Um, and so I just thought, like, I don't want to use this time to just write it all out. I want to just breathe. I want to take a deep breath. Because I'm a naturally shallow breather, naturally, naturally, I'm a shallow breather. So I want to work on my deep breathing. And yesterday I just popped on to a YouTube video talking about Shakti energy and Kundalini awakening and that kind of thing. And it mentioned that when you breathe deeply, you're giving yourself that space for creative energy to flow. And when you are a shallow breather, when you're breathing shallowly, you're kind of like condensing your body, condensing that space, and you want to open that space. So anyway, that's kind of like ringing in my ears a little bit. So I just took a moment to put my hand on my heart, a hand on my womb, and close my eyes and focused on my breathing for a little bit. And then that felt so good. And it reminded me, like, just chill sometimes. And like, you don't have to write everything down. You don't have to, like, I don't know, have all of these have tos and want tos and should dos. Like, don't be thinking about that so much. Just like take some time to do the action of being calm and like opening your heart space because you're doing all of this stuff in order to be, in order to be calm and touch into your higher self and all of that. And so I just stopped writing and I did that and I felt so much better. And I realized like I want to do that more often. And when you want to do things more often, I think it's such a good idea to have a trigger or a cue. James Clear talks about this in the Atomic Habits and stuff. Like it's good to have like some kind of cue that lets you know that to do that habit. So I was thinking first thing in the morning before I like start really getting ready, like after I brush my teeth, I'm going to just take a moment and just like breathe. I think that would be good. So anyway, that's why I wrote that down. The next thing, boop, boop, remember to do restroom resets. And so my restroom reset, I'm going to pull it up, fitlivinginspired.com, the reset room ritual. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the blog, but I'm just going to say the reset room ritual is literally so good. It's so good. I'm going to make something to sell on my Etsy page for this, but This is something that has been changing life for me, really. But yeah, so every time you go to the restroom, you do three things: release, reflect, and reset. And when you release, you're kind of like, yeah, I'll read this part. When you are eliminating, imagine that you are releasing any and all accumulated tension, toxins, stagnation, negativity, pain, limiting beliefs, old energy, etc., from your body. And whatever you do not wish to hold on to that might have stuck to your auric field. Okay, so that's releasing. So I literally even get my hands, and while I'm eliminating, I like do a scan over my body with my hands, and I'm just like imagining all of that clearing from my auric field, anything in my body, kind of like a filter, just clearing it out, clearing it off. Then the next R is the reflect. So ask yourself, what did I just do or accomplish, and celebrate it. Do a mini little like woohoo. And then what do I want to do next? And what kind of energy do I want to bring to my next segment? And even like honestly, lately I've only been doing the whole like, what did I just do or accomplish? Um, so yeah, I don't know, but you can also think of like, what do I want to do next? So let me go backwards. Whenever I ask myself, what did I just do or accomplish, and I answer that, I realize that I have been so freaking productive, and I wouldn't have normally thought that I was being productive. I feel like I'm just like running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but I'll be like, when I'm sitting there and I'm thinking of this, I'll be like, wow, okay, I made a smoothie for my son, I washed up the dishes, I started a load of laundry, I breastfed my daughter, and all of these things between, the last restroom break. And I'll be like, wow, I actually have, like, I'm taking care of my family and I'm taking care of myself and my house, my husband, like you realize that you're doing so much more than you think you are. But yeah, anyway, if you want to ask yourself also, like, what do I want to do next? That's cool. And then what kind of energy do I want to bring to my next segment? I think that's really cool too. Like, okay, do I want to if I wanted to sit and play with my son for a while and give him some one-on-one like present time, I would want to bring the energy of like playfulness and being like kind of tapping into my inner child right then. So, yeah, that's talking about the energy. The next R is the reset. So like and I just put on here like it's when you wash your wands or your hands and fingers. Those are your wands. Um, and imagine the water and soap cleansing and energizing your wands, your powerful energy givers and receivers. And then drink more water, which I need to do right now. Feel the fresh water cleanse your body from the inside and set yourself up for another restroom ritual. Because obviously, you're drinking more water, it's going to make you want to go to the bathroom. That is it. That is the reset room ritual. And I love it. And I just need to remember to do it more. So that's all there. Okay, the next thing is developing a system around summer schedule. Um, yeah, this is just, I was listening to another like video on disciplining your children and stuff like that, and it just was talking about how children like rules. They actually like rules and boundaries because it reduces the anxiety of like not knowing what to do with themselves and their energy and like what's going to make you happy and all of that kind of stuff. So I was thinking about that mainly with Maverick, my son, but I'm also, thinking of my daughter's schedule now too. It's so crazy having to, I know everyone says it, like once you have two kids, it's different. It's so much different than having one. It's crazy. It is crazy. I am feeling it. But and then I just put like a little remember, like after I change her diaper, I'll feed her, and then we'll do some tummy time. I'll have her in the carrier. She might go in her swing for a little bit and then take a nap. So, yeah, it was just a reminder for that too, but nothing major. Have a retirement party with the girls where we dress up like old people, maybe for Halloween or someone's birthday or just a random night. Okay, yeah, I finally got on Instagram after like maybe a month or so, and just like caught up on my messages. But one of my friends sent a video showing these girls like all in dress up clothes, like as old women. Oh my God. And it was so funny. They were like the versions of themselves, I guess, as an old woman. And then they called it a retirement party. And they were laughing so hard. And I know I would be laughing so hard at this. I think it would be so funny and just like pretending like we're old. Um, yeah, that's that. Okay, I create systems. Systems are the main reason to build your routine and rhythm. So, yeah, I've already said it before. Like, I'm obsessed with routine and rhythm and habits and systems. Systems are what I think are really, that word is coming to light more and more, maybe just for me, but, and James Clear really made it clear that systems are what, make you more, I don't know how to say it. It just, that's what makes things efficient. That's what makes habits stick. Is creating systems. So basically, my routine um, is my system. It's how I try to make things easier in the physical world that also check all of the boxes for me physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of that. So that's why I love it for Fit Living Inspired for Fly, because Fly is, all of those things: mental, spiritual, emotional, did I say physical? You know what I mean. So it touches all of those things. So that's why I love it so much. And I just wanted to remind myself that it's not just me obsessing over a routine. I'm creating systems to build my best life. And yeah, so that's what I want to share here on this channel too. And then, okay, I wrote this down too. So when I fail at vlogging, or just another option other than vlogging, to do a podcast style video where you just use B-roll with voiceover and go over your inspirations and fly notes. That is what I'm doing right now. Um, so voila. And the next one, to truly hear people when they say they need or want something and be a gift giver. So I have always said, not always, I've been saying recently that I am just not a good gift giver, and I admire so much those people that are just amazing at giving gifts. Like when they give you a gift, it's like, man, that was so thoughtful, or like that was such a good idea. I'm always thinking of that about other people, and I am just not a good gift giver. What's it called? Love language is acts of service. So like I will clean your house, I'll do your dishes, I'll rub your back, whatever. I'm a service girl, but gifts are just not my strong point, but I want to get better at that. I am going to get better at that. I am already better at that. But what I want to do is really be more aware of when people are saying like something that they want or need. I'm going to take a little note of what that is. And of course, I have a page in Notion for gifts and a little toggle for all the people in my life that I would give gifts to. So yeah, I'm going to start doing that. I have been doing that actually, but just a reminder for that. Okay. Oh yeah, this one's a good one. So just wait. When you don't like something, seriously, just wait because something better is coming. Know that something better is coming because this isn't working out. Breathe and know and be patient. Direct your attention elsewhere in the meantime. Be easy with your emotions also in the meantime and say what you need to say, but then let the universe give you what you need. So I have been, this is a serious tangent, but like I don't know if it's like a Lionsgate portal thing or what, but I feel like I have been so in tune with my internal like awareness. I don't know how to say this correctly, but I'm so aware of what I'm thinking and the effects of what I do and say, and um yeah, and even my dreams are more vivid right now. It's very cool. Like I really love it. And I don't always feel this way, but I feel much more in tune. But anyway, so I was starting to just realize that like when I don't like something, like if my husband says or does something that I don't like, instead of getting all emotional about it and like maybe lashing out or something, or I don't know, just handling it not the way that I really want to, just wait, like something better is coming. Like I'm realizing that something better is going to happen later. It always does work out better. It always does. And I just want to have that gap in the meantime be where I direct my attention somewhere. Like I have trust that the universe is taking care of this for me, and I just direct my attention somewhere else. Um, and I'm again being easy with my emotions. I might say what I need to say to like take that action to move that trajectory, like move some energy forward with it to help the universe, maybe. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it always works out. And if something isn't working out, it's because something better is coming. That's what I'm starting to believe also. That's falling away. It's showing you contrast because it's giving you clarity on something else. So let it work out. And maybe you can focus on the clarity it's giving you, but I don't even know about focusing on that too long because it might make you still focus on the problem. So anyway, if you can focus your or direct your attention elsewhere, that's good. But I'm going to be trying to do that as well. Okay, and then the next thing, this was from a or not a podcast, but a video I was listening to while I was going on my hot mom walk. And um, yeah, so it was a couple Carl Jung quotes. And I don't know if they're direct quotes, but it was just paraphrased, I guess, on that video. But growth occurs in the territory of error, and we are not transformed by thoughts, but action. And this was talking about perfectionism and how perfectionism can sometimes be a mask. It can be um, how do I say it's a shadow thing. It inhibits you from actually going after your goals and like reaching your full potential. That's what it was talking a lot about, is like it's inhibiting you from reaching your full potential. It's keeping you um, like locked down in this fear of even committing to yourself to reaching a new level, a higher potential. So anyway, yeah, growth occurs in the territory of error. So just like stop being afraid of making a mistake or being judged, because you're going to learn. You're going to learn from it. You're going to grow from it. And then the other one, we are not transformed by thoughts, but action. Oh, this really hit me because I think a lot and I don't act a lot. I feel like I'm caught up in my thoughts a whole lot, and I try to do a lot of action too, but I think I actually overwhelm myself because I have so many thoughts going on. So that one really hit me a lot too. So moving on, the next thing I have on my inspirations is talking about healing my eye naturally, because like I said before, I have a sty and it's my third one since July 23rd, my freaking birthday. Um, and I just want to know how to heal it naturally. And so just some foods for general healthy eyes. I wrote some things down and I can try to find the link again to post in the description, but here are some foods for generally just having healthy eyes. Orange-colored vegetables and fruits with vitamin A, because our retina needs a lot of vitamin A to turn light rays into the images that we see. And also, without enough vitamin A, your eyes can't stay moist enough to prevent dry eye. I did not know this. So some sources of vitamin A, are sweet potatoes, carrots, cantaloupe, and apricots. And fruits and vegetables rich in vitamin C. So, as an antioxidant, vitamin C helps protect the body from damage caused by some things that we eat, unhealthy habits, and environmental factors. So, some sources of vitamin C, the antioxidant vitamin C, are, of course, oranges, tangerines, grapefruit, lemons, peaches, red bell peppers, tomatoes, and strawberries. Then we have vitamin E. Vitamin E helps to keep cells healthy. So avocados, almonds, and sunflower seeds is where you can find some vitamin E. And then we have leafy green vegetables rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. Um, those things are key to protecting the macula, the area of the eye that gives us our central, most detailed vision. So of course, kale, spinach, romaine lettuce, collards, turnip greens, broccoli, and peas are good for that. And also eggs, too. And then we have beans and zinc. So this helps keep the retina healthy and may protect your eyes from the damaging effects of light. So black-eyed peas, kidney beans, lima beans, lean red meat, poultry, and fortified cereals. So those, again, are just general foods to help keep our eyes healthy. And then I was talking to my mom about taking antibiotics, and I just really don't want to take an antibiotic, especially right now while I'm breastfeeding. I don't know. I just don't trust it. I don't trust a lot of things. But I trust food because that is natural and that's just such a beautiful and lovely way to get your vitamins, minerals, and antibiotics and all sorts of good stuff. So why not? So anyway, some good antibiotic foods that I personally like the most out of the list that I saw um, are garlic and onion, turmeric, honey, lemon, apple cider vinegar, ginger, clove, oregano, and thyme. And to combine some of these things together, that day when I was looking it all up, one thing that I discovered was to make turmeric rice. So I had never thought about this before. I've never seen it before or anything, but I was like, oh, I have a lot of leftover jasmine rice that we need to eat, and I'll just put some, olive oil in it, and then I mixed a lot of turmeric as much as I could, and then some pepper and garlic seasoning. I didn't put raw garlic, but I guess I could have done that. But I put like garlic seasoning in it. And then I also had leftover sweet potatoes. So I put sweet potatoes with the rice and then finely chopped some arugula and also sprinkled that all in there. And it was actually very, very good. I'm going to do that more often. I put that in our meal plan list thing whenever we make Indian food to make that because that was so, so good. And it contained, yeah, the turmeric, the garlic, the sweet potatoes, which has the vitamin A, and the leafy greens, the arugula. So, yeah, that was good. All right, the next thing is my next inspiration was radical health and radical love. And this just came to me one night while I was lying awake and I couldn't go back to sleep. My mind was just running and I was thinking about my eye healing. And I don't know, it just kind of came to me thinking about like radical health and radical love. And at first I was thinking about health, and because we all know what to do best for our health. We know this. We know to drink water. We know to get enough sleep. We know to eat foods that are close to nature. We know to move our bodies and to exercise. We know what to do. Just do it. We need to do it. And then at the same time, I was thinking about love. Like we should all know how to love ourselves and love each other. We should all just be loving each other, loving ourselves, and just stop like bickering and arguing and like for no reason, like just practice radical health and radical love because we need it and the planet needs it right now. I don't know, I felt this strong urge, like thinking like the planet needs radical health, like in the form of us being healthy physically for ourselves and for the planet. Because when we're healthy, the planet will be more healthy. And yeah, just loving each other, loving ourselves. When we do that, like can you think of the vibration of our cells, our cells, ourselves and ourselves, and just radiating that and how that will lift the vibration of our planet at the same time? Like I don't know, that really hit me, and that has been on my mind a lot this past week. So yeah, radical health and radical love. The next thing on my inspirations list was having a moon gathering. So I highly, highly encourage to do moon gatherings to bring women, especially mothers, together. Like ever since I became a mom, I've been, haven't I haven't been going out as much anymore. It's just, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm just with my kids and I don't know, my single friends, they don't I have to like come up with babysitters and stuff like that, which I'm not. We've actually never really had. We've only had like one babysitter outside of our parents, the grandparents to babysit. But anyway, it's just been harder to get together with other women and our friends that are even mothers too. But I highly encourage doing moon gatherings because it's such a beautiful way and a beautiful reason to get together to talk and open up and connect to each other, to feel seen and heard. And also, each moon cycle gives an amazing new theme for each gathering. So you already have, like an idea or a theme of what to talk about. Um, like, for example, on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025, it's the Virgo new moon. And like new moons are great for setting intentions and starting new things, clearing things out. And for the Virgo new moon, it's a good time to for like self-improvement, organization, service, setting practical goals, creating healthy habits, nurturing your physical and mental well-being, doing some, self-reflection, introspection, that kind of thing. That's for the new moon. So I don't know. It's just an amazing way to get together. And I used to do this, and I was also really into tarot. And tarot, if you like to play with tarot cards, that's an amazing way to get deeper in the conversation and get deeper with your friends and have like a real meaningful conversation. That's what I've noticed and what I've taken away from it. So that was so much fun for me, and I want to keep that going more often. I really want to try to do one a month and just, whoever can make it can make it. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm planning on doing one. It'll actually be a last quarter moon brunch in September. So yeah, I think that'll be fun. Okay, the next inspiration, I'm just thinking about my vlogging schedule. I just want to make it easier for me to stay consistent. And I just want to make it easier in general so that I actually do it. So if you are thinking about, starting a YouTube channel or you already have one and it's hard to be consistent, I don't know, like this is just me talking out loud to myself basically about how I can make it easier. I would love to do one a week or one every 2 weeks. So I was thinking, like for me personally, I'm just thinking again about how to make it easier for myself. My husband's usually gone on Wednesday nights because he's doing softball stuff. So I thought that might be a good day to do some vlogging. Um, and because I can do vlogging without him, but on Thursdays when he's home, I can have him watch the kids while I upload and do my cutting of the video. I use DaVinci Resolve, by the way, and that is free and it is amazing. It's very intensive. Like I watched YouTube videos to learn how to use it. It's awesome. It's really good. I highly encourage using that if you're trying to make videos and you want something free. But then on Friday through Monday, so I have my video all filmed, uploaded, and cut. So on Fridays through the Monday, the whole weekend are my editing days because I'll have 4 days to edit. So really there's like no excuse not to get editing done. And honestly, cutting is so easy. I think cutting is easy and it can be fast. And once it's all cut, the editing part is really just like sprucing it up. So I think that's fine. That's doable. And then Tuesday, I'm thinking that's just my posting day because that's just like kind of uploading it to YouTube, putting the description, that kind of stuff. That's pretty easy too. And then that will allow me that day to go do my solo walk. I'm trying to walk at least once a week now that I've done it twice in a row. I really want to keep that up where I have Hunter watch the kids and I can just go walk by myself. Okay, so that's it. Those are my inspirations for the past week. Um, I I I like this. I like the idea of just going over what things have been, coming to mind for me. Let me know if you like this kind of style also. I would love to also try to video my real life during this and not just use free videos, though they are beautiful. But yeah, let me know if you like it and let me know if there's any takeaways that you thought were really good that you like, or if you had any awesome inspirations that you want to share, because I would love to to know what inspires you, what great ideas you've had, if you feel like you want to share. So, yeah, thank you for listening and watching. And if you want to give me some encouragement, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to continue on my journey, go ahead and subscribe. All right, see you in the next one.